say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, graduates, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and college supporters, both near and far. I welcome you all to the Genesee Community College 52nd Commencement Ceremony being presented to you in a virtual format during these extraordinary times. Before we begin today's program, allow me to acknowledge and to thank Alyssa Young, who performed our national anthem to open our ceremony. We will once again enjoy her melodious voice at the end of the ceremony. I also wish to express my appreciation to the college's Board of Trustees. A successful college has a lot of moving parts and depends on a team of people. Their dedication and hard work maintains and focuses GCC's vision to always be innovative and to empower students to lead in a changing world. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the current chair of our Board of Trustees of Genesee Community College, Trustee Donna Ferry.
Thank you, Dr. Sunser. I am honored to introduce the other Genesee Community College trustees whose names and photographs will be appearing on your screens. Maureen Marshall, Jacqueline Whiting, Lori Miller, Benjamin Bonarigo, Philip DiMartino, Sarah Noble Moog, and Mary Alice Panic. Before turning the ceremony back over to Dr. Sunser, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the members of the administration, faculty, and staff who have kept our college's mission, vision, and strategic priorities at the forefront of their actions during these unprecedented times to ensure our student-focused environment continued regardless of the delivery method. Thank you to the family members and friends who have supported our graduates through times unlike any other. And most importantly, I want to say thank you to each and every graduate who is part of today's historic class of 2020. You worked hard, you didn't give up, and you didn't give in. May these unique learning experiences have better prepared you for whatever comes next in your journey. You, class of 2020, are really worth celebrating, and we truly appreciate the commitment you made to GCC. I have no doubt you will all continue to make us proud.
Thank you, Chair Ferry, and thanks again to each trustee for their ongoing efforts, commitment, and unending enthusiasm. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the unending support of Genesee County, the sponsor of Genesee Community College, and the 12 legislators who are equally dedicated to this great institution. And now, to the class of 2020, who's earned a college degree during and through a global pandemic, a period of upheaval, uncertainty, social distancing, and tragedy. Your commitment, your hard work, and your perseverance goes beyond commendable. It's the foundation for leadership and making a difference in a troubled world. Winston Churchill once said, "The price of greatness is responsibility." The class of 2020 has exhibited responsibility by taking on challenges of learning remotely, by staying the course and submitting assignments in a new manner or through a different process, and by helping their fellow classmates and maybe even their professors through thick and thin. John F. Kennedy said, "Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other," and I believe that you can all attest to that. Completing your studies during this outbreak of coronavirus is an experience that you will never forget, and it's one that may inspire you in yet untold ways. Today's graduating class includes students from every part of Genesee County, from Livingston, Orleans, and Wyoming counties that form our GLOW region. Genesee Community College also enjoys having students and now graduates from many other counties across New York State, including New York City and the 5 boroughs, an area hard hit by COVID-19. We commend your hard work and your dedication during this difficult time. We also recognize and welcome dozens of international students from Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, Curacao, the Dominican Republic, France, Germany, India, Ireland, Jamaica, Japan, the Netherlands, Nigeria, Norway, Scotland, and the United Kingdom. Most of these students and now graduates were far from home as our world unraveled, and we recognize this added to the hardship. Today's graduating class also includes our third cohort of students in our successful Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, or STEM program. They began their pursuit of a college degree while still in middle school. This is just one of the many options available through Genesee's highly regarded ACE, or Accelerated College Enrollment Office. These students are actually graduating from GCC a few weeks ahead of earning their high school diploma. Special kudos to this group of high achievers. All of these students bring richness and diversity to the college community and inspire daily interactions. We learn from each other, gain a broader understanding and appreciation of our world, and then weave a warm and multifaceted fabric that underscores inclusive excellence that has become our way of life at Genesee. Helping all these graduates achieve their goals is GCC's senior leadership team that includes Dr. Kathleen Schiefen, our Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Mr. William M., the Executive Vice President for Finance and Operations, Dr. Shalita Williams, Vice President for Student Enrollment Services, and Mr. Justin Johnston, Vice President for Development and External Affairs. Graduates, many of you told me about people in your lives who've helped you along your life's journey. During, and no doubt after, your time here at Genesee Community College, I ask that you show your appreciation to your parents, family, friends, and others who might be with you today, wherever you are, or perhaps they might be watching from above or beyond your immediate sphere. Please take a moment and express your gratitude of their unending support. Be it full-on a hug, a high five, an elbow touch, or a hearty round of applause. Finally, there is an essential group of strong supporters who helped you along your way. They've encouraged you to do your best. They are the faculty and the staff of the college. They believed in you and were willing to give you the best they had to offer through their knowledge, their time, and their talent. I ask that you reach out to them as well during our post-commencement ceremony and our social media happy hour with messages of thanks for everything they do every day that demonstrates how they exemplify GCC does go beyond expectations. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mary Rose Eddington, Professor and Director of Science and Math Division. She brings greetings to you on behalf of the faculty of Genesee Community College. Professor Eddington.
It is my pleasure to speak on behalf of the Academic Senate and the faculty of Genesee Community College. When you started your academic career at Genesee, you may have envisioned the day you received your diploma, surrounded by family, friends, classmates, in caps and gowns, walking across the stage with music playing and shaking hands with the college president. Yet we find ourselves here, in the midst of a global pandemic, a virtual ceremony, small gatherings, no handshakes, no pomp, no circumstance. In her speech at Harvard in 2008, J.K. Rowling said, "You will never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until both have been tested by adversity. Such knowledge is a true gift." As a teacher for 30 years in a community college, I know our students are not strangers to challenges or adversity. For some, the decision to even go to college, walk on a college campus, register for a class was a huge challenge. One cannot disagree that the last few months have posed other challenges. Your last few weeks of school may have been the most challenging of all your semesters. You may have found yourself homeschooling your kids and yourself, competing over limited internet access. Perhaps you are one of those essential workers that suddenly found yourself working more hours, but yet had to complete your schoolwork. Maybe you were sick or found yourself taking care of sick family members, still trying to complete your own schoolwork. How we react in time of fear, anxiety, and stress and face those challenges can be a defining moment. We hope the time you have spent in Genesee's classrooms have given you the knowledge and the problem-solving skills needed to handle the challenges you will encounter in your career. Challenges can give us opportunities to look at the world and ourselves differently. We hope that your time at Genesee has given you the confidence and tenacity to know you have the power inside to imagine better and be better. Maybe this graduation ceremony isn't the usual, but the meaning of the moment is not diminished. Be proud of yourself and what you have done to face all the challenges being a community college student presented. One last thing, don't forget us. Send us a note, come back to campus and visit. We want to know how you're doing. We are proud of you, class of 2020. And as you face the challenge throughout your life, we hope you continue to see the opportunities at hand and do good in the world. Best of luck.
Our next presentation is the Alpha Medal of Service. This award is given annually at commencement and is the highest honor bestowed by the Genesee Community College Foundation. It recognizes individuals who have demonstrated extraordinary standards of volunteer service and generous philanthropic support. The 2020 Alpha Medal of Service recipient is Robert Boyce. I've known Bob for many years, and I am proud to introduce him as a recipient of the 2020 Alpha Medal of Service. He exemplifies the highest levels of volunteer service and personal philanthropy. His devotion to our community and our region has been evident through more than 15 years of service to the GCC Foundation and the college's Board of Trustees. Bob's commitment and his generosity to Genesee Community College has truly been extraordinary. He's served in numerous leadership capacities as a member of our foundation board of directors, including a 3-year term as the board president, and on numerous committees of the foundation as well. Bob was also a member of the college board of trustees for 5 years and served on the college's strategic planning committee. Never someone to shy away from a fundraising challenge, he was actively involved with many of the capital projects over the years that greatly enhanced GCC's campus, enrich the college culture, and empower our many constituents. Some of those include the Richard C. Call Arena, the Student Success Center, the Roz Steiner Art Gallery, and the Wolcott J. Humphrey Student Union. In addition, several students graduating today have benefited from scholarships that Bob funded. Bob gives generously of his time and talent, not only to GCC, but to the numerous business and charitable organizations, including the Leroy Rotary, Leroy Ambulance, Leroy JCs, and Our Lady of Mercy Catholic Church, as well as United Memorial Medical Center. Robert Boyce believes in and has long lived a life dedicated to community service and citizenship. On behalf of Genesee Community College and the Genesee Community College Foundation, I am proud to present the 2020 Alpha Medal of Service to Robert L. Boyce.
Thank you, Dr. Sunzer. I'm deeply honored and humbled to receive this award. It's been a pleasure to be part of Genesee Community College family as well as a member of Genesee County. The projects become small when participation is great, and I think that's what makes it a success. We in the GLOW region are so fortunate to be able to call Genesee Community College ours, and under the leadership of Dr. Sunzer, it has become one of the best, if not the best, the community colleges here in New York State. It's important to remember whether your graduation leads to a workforce or continuing education, there'll be opportunities presented to you for service, and you should take advantage of these. And again, I'm very honored to be named recipient.
Again, congratulations, Bob, on this well-deserved honor. Now I'm pleased to share with you a message from Chancellor of the State University of New York, Dr. Christina M. Johnson.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to all of you on earning your degree after years of hard work at the State University of New York. You have cleared an enormous hurdle and stand on the cusp of the future. That can be both exhilarating and scary. Exhilarating because no matter what is happening in the world and perhaps weighing on your mind, you finished what you started. You earned a degree from one of the nation's top campuses, and no one can ever take that away from you. So you, your family, friends, and all the people who invested in your success should be very proud. But it's scary too, because you have been thrust unwittingly into a world embroiled in chaos. This is a time of great disruption that has brought grief and financial difficulty to many. The inability to be part of the glorious ritual of walking across the stage at your own spring commencement is just one example of this. We are hopeful that this tradition can resume in the not too distant future. But this is a single moment in time. It will pass, and you will have the opportunity to step into a future that only you can control. In earning your diploma, you've proven that you have the fortitude, discipline, and ability to achieve whatever you set your mind to. Your presence at this virtual commencement today is a victory. All of us eagerly await your emergence as the leaders you are destined to be. Many of you are already leading by participating in SUNY's system-wide response to the COVID-19 crisis. We continue to answer Governor Cuomo's call to action by converting our facilities into medical treatment centers, providing testing sites, sending medical volunteers to hard-hit locations, conducting research on antivirals and clinical trials, and more. By working together, we will emerge from this challenge stronger than ever. To do that, we will need your energy, your passion, your newly acquired skills, and sense of purpose. I have no doubt that your SUNY education has prepared you well. You know the meaning of success and what it takes to achieve. You've demonstrated that you are fearless, possess the grit, resiliency, and courage necessary to see you through any of the challenges life will inevitably throw your way. Most importantly, you have the power to rebuild confidence in our nation and your SUNY degrees will help you do that. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I congratulate you and your families on this remarkable achievement, and I'm so pleased to call you SUNY alums. Woohoo!
Thank you, Dr. Johnston. It is my great pleasure now to introduce our keynote speaker for today's ceremony, Ms. Peggy Marone, Director of Leadership Genesee, and a dear friend to Genesee Community College. We're delighted that Peggy accepted our invitation to speak today. A native of Genesee County, Peggy's leadership extends beyond the borders of the county. With more than 500 individuals who've graduated through the LG program, including nearly 20 GCC employees, she now leads a team of LG alumni, all connected in supporting points of light across the world. She helped launch Leadership Orleans and is currently in its third year, and she helped Leadership Ontario develop the framework for their program. Peggy was named a New York State Woman of Distinction in 2015 and was recognized in 2009 as the YWCA Fabulous Female for her work with Leadership Genesee and her many other volunteer initiatives. As a longtime friend of GCC, she served as the chair of the Wolcott J. Humphrey III Symposium on Leadership and Community Life, which brought many distinguished leaders to the college that include Tom Golisano, Jim Boeheim, and Jerry Greenfield of Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream. After receiving her Bachelor of Art in Psychology from St. Bonaventure, Ms. Marone worked in human resources for nearly 30 years in healthcare, manufacturing, and the hospitality industries. She also served as a consultant for not-for-profit and local theater organizations of arts within the community. She is a past president and board member of Batavia Players, received an Excellence in Ensemble Acting in 2010, and a Best Performance by an Actress Award in 2013. She's also a judge for the Batavia High School Operation Graduation, a junior achievement instructor, a business mentor for Pavilion High School, the Youth Entrepreneur Academy, and a regular volunteer at the United Way Day of Caring. Please join me in welcoming Peggy Marone.
Graduates of the class of 2020, family and friends, trustees, administration, faculty and staff, community members, and supporters near and far, welcome to Genesee Community College Graduation 2020. My name is Peggy Marone, and I am honored and humbled to be here today to celebrate your graduation from Genesee Community College. If I may, I'd like to share with you a little about myself. I'm a college graduate, a daughter, a mother, an actress, a ferociously loyal friend, a baby boomer with one foot in the World War II great generation as a caregiver, and the other foot in today's generation as a student of servant leadership. For the past 20 years, I have been the director of Leadership Genesee, a community leadership program designed to educate people from all walks of life to become better stewards of Genesee County. I have met and worked with over 500 community members as they spent 1 year learning about our community through what I call the back door, and discovering the kind of leader that they are or want to be, or as I call it, unzipping themselves and looking inside. One thing I know for sure is that every person has the ability to be a leader, to make a difference in the world around them. The opportunities are abundant if one only listens. When I was asked to be the keynote speaker today, I was a little shocked and a lot happy to realize a group of people thought that I had something to share. Then reality set in, and I was a little scared. How could I offer the life lessons and words of wisdom that would inspire and have an impact on you, especially during these events that have turned the world upside down and taken the opportunity of the in-person celebration that you so richly deserve? It was while watching Harry Potter for the gazillionth time during shuttering in place at home, I heard something that stopped my overthinking in its tracks. During J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Albus Dumbledore tells Harry and Hermione, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light." Oh, well, that was a moment of such clarity for me, so simple and so profound all at the same time. The choice to turn on the light may seem like a small action, a flick of the wrist, a turn of the dimmer switch. But there is a delicate, detailed, and complicated process that results in the necessary action to turn on the light. Of course, there are many shades of light and dark in that process. Distinguishing between them on your way to happiness determines how fulfilled you'll feel. And isn't that something that we as humans want and need? To feel fulfilled, to feel like our lives mean something. So the question then is exactly what is that light for you? Where is it? And how do you go about finding it? Is it at the beginning of life's journey or at the end? Does it exist in the on and off ramps of the roads we take? Is it packed in a box that is only opened on special occasions? The time you've spent at Genesee Community College is an accomplishment that should make you very proud. Your talent and experience and dedication to lifelong learning will serve you well as you light your way on life's journey. Your education has provided situations of fulfillment and learning from your chosen field meant to assist you towards your future. I'm sure you gain numerous tools for what I like to call life's toolbox. Items like critical thinking skills, the ability to identify root causes of a situation, then setting about creating an action plan to solve problems, goal setting, prioritizing, time and project management, effective communication, all wrapped in an increased confidence in your abilities to move your life forward and create your own style of leadership. If you think about these skills, the more you practice them, the brighter your confidence became, and I would guess, the happier you felt. There is nothing like the feeling of accomplishment. You feel lighter, calmer, and ready to take on the next challenge. Just as important as enhancing your knowledge and technical skills is the growth and maturity of you as a person. Your social and emotional well-being has been on its own journey. A life is not a straight line, and emotionally, it's even curvier. There are ups and downs, moving forward and getting knocked back, going left only to learn you should have gone right. Building relationships with others, being compassionate and empathetic to their needs and wants, means you choose to connect to humanity. Bringing your heart to relationships takes time and trust, and the ability to relate to people who may be different than you. Woven through the technical, social, and mental growth you've experienced is, I believe, the single most important skill all of us need in life, the skill of making choices. Choices happen every minute of every day. We choose what time to rise, what to eat, what to spend our time doing, what makes us happy, what social justice areas will be important to us, and what kind of person we'll want to be for the rest of the world. Every interaction and reaction is a choice opportunity for how we'll affect those around us. Each person you meet is a moment of truth, a moment to make a choice, to affect their life in a positive way, or to continue on your path, leaving an emotional void in your rearview mirror. Neither of these choices are right. Neither of these choices are wrong. They just are. You choose the level of light you want or need to share. Your experience at Genesee Community College possessed thousands of light moments and varying levels of happiness. You were challenged with meeting new people from different backgrounds than yours. Some similar to you, many not. You spent hours sharing your opinions about world events, social justice and injustice, how the politics of today will affect people around you, and what the economy and quality of life will be for all of us when you begin building your spot in the world. The relationships you developed during your time here enriched your light in ways you may not realize for a long time to come. And that's okay. Certainly, COVID-19 has changed the world as we know it, and we will all need to reassess how we fit. I believe each one of us has a light within us, a light that is always shining, sometimes brighter than other times. The real gift of happiness that we give ourselves is when we give that light away, letting it warm someone else's life, letting it shine in the darkness for someone who needs it the most, letting it serve those who have many more needs than wants. Choosing to share the light you own is always a significant deposit in your emotional bank account, your life's toolbox. The more you give, the brighter your light will become, and the happier your light will be. It doesn't have to be all at once, and it doesn't have to be a magnanimous moment, but it does take practice, trial and error. The more you share, the better you will be at it. Great choices may result in accomplishments you never dreamed you'd have. Not so great choices may cause pain, but they may also yield unbelievable wonders you never thought you'd experience. The point is to make them. Dear class of 2020, I wish more than anything today I could look out at your faces and to see each of you as a light in our world. I have faith in what you'll do for our earth. I know you'll be part of solving many of life's opportunities. I'm sure you will create many moments of well-being for those around you. And I know that you will take the best of Genesee Community College with you. A friend of mine gave me a poem more than 15 years ago. I've shared it with every Leadership Genesee class since, and I would like to share it with you today. The author is unknown, and it is called You and I. You and I, we meet as strangers, each carrying a mystery within us. I cannot say who you are. I may never know you completely, but I trust that you are a person in your own right, possessed of a beauty and value that are the earth's richest treasures. So I make this promise to you. I will impose no identities on you, but will invite you to become yourself without shame or fear. I will hold open a space for you in the world and allow your right to fill it with authentic vocation and purpose. For as long as your search takes, you have my loyalty. And I may add, you have my light. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2020.
We will now move on with the central component of today's commencement, the presentation of graduates. Dr. Kathleen Schiefen, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, will announce the names of our graduates.
Thanks, Dr. Sunsser. Before I announce the names, we'd like to share a few congratulatory messages from U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer and Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul.
Hello to Genesee Community College. This is Senator Chuck Schumer, and it's my honor to address the faculty and staff, families and friends of the graduates, but most of all you, class of 2020. Now, I'm really sorry I can't join you in person as I do just about every year, but I'm grateful that modern technology allows us to still be connected on this very special day. As we all know, these are truly difficult times, perhaps more difficult than most of us have ever experienced. There are two aspects to this pandemic that make things all the more challenging. The first is our uncertainty, our lack of knowledge. How do we get the virus? How do we spread it? How does it affect different people differently? When will we have an effective antiviral medication? When will we have an effective vaccine? And most of all, how soon can we get back to normal? And the second aspect of this virus that is just as bad is that we have to isolate ourselves. We are New Yorkers. During times of trouble, we like to come together and embrace each other. After 9/11, I stood with President Bush on the pile. There were no partisan divisions. We came together as Americans and as New Yorkers. After Sandy, I walked the streets and beaches of New York City and Long Island and literally hugged people. But we can't do that now. We have to remain isolated. So the challenges of this moment are truly unique. But so has been our collective response. The fact that we're all finding new ways to do things, like celebrating this graduation virtually, just goes to show you that New Yorkers won't let anything stop us from honoring what's so important in life. Now, first, I'd like to say a few words to the parents. Nothing will take away your decades of hard work raising your children, for which they and all of us are so very grateful. And while this day may be tempered by worries about the future, at least there's one silver lining. You're not seated way back in the balcony. You get to sit next to your son or daughter and give them a hug as they receive a diploma and become an adult before your very eyes. Congratulations to the moms and dads. And one more word of thanks. Today, as we're celebrating right now, there are men and women all across the state and nation who are serving on the front lines, risking their lives in the battle against the coronavirus. Doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, pharmacists, ambulance drivers, people who stack the food in the supermarkets and stand behind the counters at pharmacies, police officers, firefighters, and so many more. These people are our heroes, and I'm working to create a COVID-19 Heroes Fund, which would provide pandemic premium pay to all essential workers. Let's have a virtual round of applause for them. And now to the class of 2020. I know this may not be what you pictured even a few months ago, but today is still your day. All of your hard work has earned you a degree from a fine institution of higher learning, and nothing can take that away from you. Right now, it may feel like the future is a dark hole, but what has been true throughout history is just as true today. That even in times of difficulty, there are always new opportunities, new ways of thinking, of doing things in a better way. So my message to the class of 2020 is simple. It's natural to fear the unknown, but don't let the harshness of this current moment prevent you from seizing opportunities. They're out there. And don't forget, you have incredible assets, college degree from a fine institution, and loving families who will have your back through thick and thin. Our society will overcome this pandemic, and so will you. And when the worst is over, we'll need your help to rebuild our country even stronger than it was before. You are our future leaders, and we have faith in you. So to the graduates, I say once again, congratulations, good luck, Godspeed.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul. On behalf of Governor Cuomo, myself, and the entire state of New York, I want to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2020 and to all the people, your family, your friends, your professors who helped you make it here today. You made it. I have to say this is not the graduation speech I had planned to deliver, just like this is not the graduation ceremony you expected just a few short months ago. But as you have learned already, the ability to adapt is a survival technique that each of you have had to perfect. You are now entering into a world which has been radically altered. Forces beyond our control have changed our economy, our society, and indeed have changed each and every one of us. You are now bonded with others from the class of 2020 across the nation in a shared moment of history that will define a generation. I can guarantee that at your 50th reunion, you'll be talking about what you endured, the sacrifices you made, the loss of connection to your classmates and your professors. And you had the additional hardship of finishing your education through enormous stress. But through it all, missing the final days with your friends and the celebration of graduation, you endured. And it is that endurance, resiliency, and a toughness, coupled with the compassion and newfound appreciation for people in all walks of life, from healthcare workers to grocery store cashiers to countless fellow citizens who selflessly rose to meet the occasion. All this has built a foundation for your character that will serve you for as long as you live. It may not feel like it yet, but your experience surviving the global pandemic of 2020 is a rock upon which you will measure all future challenges, setbacks, and whatever life throws your way. Just like the greatest generation who endured and survived the Great Depression and World War II, you and members of your class have the potential to be the generation held in esteem and awe for your grit and your spirit of determination that got you to this graduation today. And this will carry you forward into a world of uncertainty, yet a world of possibility. In history class, you heard how the greatest generation led many to achieve the elusive American dream. Now your country is turning to you, our next generation, for inspiration and hope as we define our legacy and look toward a more just and civil society. So more than just earning the right to wear a cap and tassel on your head, you have earned the right to wear the mantle of responsibility on your shoulder that comes with what you've accomplished, despite all the unimaginable adversity that you overcame. Class of 2020, as the curtain of social distancing and isolation begins to lift and we venture out from this period of darkness, I challenge you to define the new American dream as we collectively search to learn lessons from our shared experience. Use your newly acquired education and your passion to be a catalyst to shape our post-pandemic society in one that promotes generosity, love, and kindness. That's exactly what this world needs right now, and you can lead the way. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Hochul and Senator Schumer, for your remarks. It is now my pleasure to announce the names of the 2020 graduates. Associate in Science, Accounting, Deontay Sheepers. Associate in Applied Science, Accounting, Claudia Aiken. Sarah Flansburg. Cassia Mintkovich. Melissa Thompson. Associate in Science, Biotechnology, Sherburne Jonas. Associate in Science, Business Administration, Jose Cavallini. Eamon Clancy. Samuel Casanaro. Tanner Lampson. Alan Regi. Kimberly Tower. Samantha Uti. Associate in Applied Science, Business Administration, Brad Bly. Kimberly Eek. Alexis Amy. Samantha Grillo. Tatiana Lee. William Jalen Lee. Gabriella Lexer. Ariel McVeigh. Chantel Montalvo. Stephanie Nelson. Jessica Padilla. Vicky Restivo. John Russell. Katie Simar. Chelsea Wall. Associate in Applied Science, Computer Information Systems. Neil Gelati. Jeremy Lino. Associate in Applied Science, Computer Systems and Network Technology. David Basara. Jamie Carpenter. Matthew Clark. Chad Miller. Associate in Science, Criminal Justice. Kristen Cochiti. Parker Cole. Philip Matthews. Shanye Moore Nimblett. Mackenzie Rose O'Brien. Associate in Applied Science, Criminal Justice. Michaela Carter. Ethan Heim. Jason Liebert. Caden Vangalio. Associate in Science, Engineering Science. Josiah Finzer. Joshua Robinson. Associate in Applied Science, Fashion Business. Chaya Kai. Sarah Westcott. Certificate, Health Studies. Ashley Granada. Aaron Matthews. Trevorlyn Ridley. Courtney Strickland. Phelan Young. Associate in Applied Science, Individualized Studies. Jennifer Benz. Associate in Science, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Sciences. Jeremy Arnold. Ashley Dieter. Emma Goodman. Rachel Palmer. Associate in Science, Liberal Arts and Science, Sports Management. Peter Brooks. Trevor Donna. Joshua Jones. Lisbeth Pineda Polanco. Associate in Applied Science, Medical Administrative Assistant. Kristen Cummings. Cassandra Gualenlock. Brittany Nalika. Elizabeth Pensick. Caitlin Slocum. Courtney Strickland. Sabrina Walton. Associate in Applied Science, Nursing. Leanne Actor. Brandy Adams. Priscilla Ostadio. Amy Bagley. Damon Belcher. Peyton Conley. Nadeja Davenport. Christine Echevarria. Amanda Edenholm. Josh Evans. Nicole Foster. Jamie Gabrielson, Yolanda Hammonds, Michaela Harpst, Daniela Houghton, Samantha Kelleher, Heather Kramer, Alana Lattimore, Amanda Linderman, Amy Lukasik, Michelle Matichuk, Kimberly Mead, Robin Maynard, Joelle Meister, Renee Morris, Brandy Mukanesi, Cassandra Newman, Lori O'Shealy, Erica Pavikic, Gia Bao Kwok, Megan Rudney, Modesty Scott Bridges, Antoinette Silvis, Shanae Smith, Caitlin Stetz, Heather Straight, Caitlin Tempest, Jessica Vandewalker, Danielle Van Scooter, Rebecca Wing, Associate in Applied Science, Paralegal Studies, Samantha Rodriguez, Brenda Turner, Associate in Applied Science, Physical Education Studies, Oliver Ardle, Hiago Barros de Sousa, James Linton, Noah Royce, Associate in Applied Science, Physical Therapist Assistant, Zachary Bellis, Lauren Bertelan, Angel Bowman, Carlina DeSalvo, Lucia Escarzaga Loborio, Kyle Regan, Erica Rotundo, Howard F. Sinclair, Alyssa Wallace, Christina Weston, Associate in Applied Science, Polysomnographic Technology, Christina Benson, Jessica Koya, Associate in Applied Science, Respiratory Care, Erica Brown, Randolph Bumbury, Heather Guevara Burnham, Cody Burry, Chelsea Cond, Christopher Herbert, Melissa Layden, Associate in Applied Science, Tourism and Hospitality Management, Donald Beechner III. Ilante Curry. Miu Kasagi. Baptist C. Lareris. Associate in Applied Science, Veterinary Technology. Jessica Aubert. Michelina Mosher. Rebecca Myers. Alyssa Root. Associate in Applied Science, Web Design. Lillian Adams. Thank you, graduates, and congratulations on this momentous achievement. I will now turn the program over to Dr. Sunser for his concluding remarks.
Now that you've been recognized, it is my honor at this time to confer the degrees and certificates for the academic program of study that you successfully completed at Genesee Community College. Graduates from across the globe, please all rise wherever you are. In accordance with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State of New York, by the State University of New York, and by action of the Board of Trustees of Genesee Community College, I herewith confer upon you the degree or certificate appropriate to your course of study. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels. To all, please join me in congratulating our Genesee Community College class of 2020 at the 52nd commencement ceremony delivered in a virtual landscape around the world. Graduates, congratulations. Members of the class of 2020, on behalf of Genesee Community College's Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, let me wish each of you the very best future filled with success of your own making. Today is the culmination of your GCC career, but it's not the end of your journey. Rather, it's just the beginning. You should know that less than 40% of adult Americans have earned a college degree, and I dare say very few have earned a degree during a global pandemic. So as a member of a select group of college graduates, you'll be afforded opportunities that many others may not have. But with that opportunity comes responsibility, as Winston Churchill said. You've earned the right to do more, to give more, and to make a profound difference in your home, your community, and our world. You have shown you're ready to take on the role of informed, engaged, and determined citizens. You're not just moving on to another institution or to a new job. You are our future leaders. You're the artists, the doctors and nurses, the teachers and aides, the engineers and computer programmers that we're all counting on. You're the hope of a new generation. All of us here are counting on you to live a life full of promise and potential, not just for yourselves, but for a better world. Thank you, and my best wishes for your journey. Please feel free to sing along as Elisa Young sings God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, through the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Graduates, as members of the Genesee Community College's 52nd commencement class, I thank you for all of you joining us today and wish you all good things. Congratulations, and please share celebratory pictures, messages, and videos, and your stories on our social media channels. We'll be collecting them and creating an online album in the coming days.